Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. It's the Washington State Cougars and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Nittany Lions head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So Penn State's offense as they take control of the football first. And we take a look at James Peoples, former Ohio State Buckeye. Churned out more than 150 yards and found pay dirt a couple of times in their victory last game. Here's James Peoples to begin the drive. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Pressure coming. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still second down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Handoff for Peoples. Maybe a crease. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Makes the catch. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver. And, man, their fans have been hungry to see that. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The run inside. It's Peoples. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
On the run, it's Wallace. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's got it on the move. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
You've got to be excited if you're a fan of this team, what you've seen on this opening drive. They look locked in, all 11 guys on the same page. This has been a beautiful opening drive. Really nice tempo, phenomenal execution, whether it's been running or throwing like you saw right there. And here they are now, down in close to the red zone, but the head coach is loving what he's seeing out of his team early.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver comes in motion. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Cougars offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Connection to the right. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
We've reached the break, and Penn State is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got his men. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. There he goes.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. That is a bad play at a bad time.
Runs through a tackle. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Here's a give to Peoples. They knock him down right there.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Good timing on the quick out. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it with James Peoples. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he's in! Touchdown, Penn State! The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. You better pay it off when you get starting field position like that, going 23 yards, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain. The Cougars moving quickly to the line. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Makes the grab on the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Wants to throw again. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Washington State will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Ball's on the 16, and they need 6 on 2nd down. Finds a little space. Makes it past the marker. A really productive run, gets it up to the 31-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Dropping back, it's Beck. Finds his big tight end. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. The Nittany Lions lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
To the air on 1st down. He's going to take off. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
They'll run the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? It's complete to the right.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air, it's Beck. Under fire. And they got it.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires deep toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And in the waning seconds of the 1st half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. It's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We start with UCF taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And it's the Knights chasing a 6th straight victory today. This team is a snowball rolling downhill, just adding momentum with every new week. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Mountain West Conference. Now back to your game in Happy Valley. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Beaver Stadium.
The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Guys, catching up with the Nittany Lions head coach at the half. They are going to continue to feed their running back. As you know, there are a lot of high expectations on him to start this game, and he has performed a terrific first half. They are going to get the ball here, and let's see if they continue to go to this running back. He has been a difference maker so far. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Here's Peoples one more time. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Off play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Touchdown, Penn State! And the route is on. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Love the play call here. Going play action on the 1-yard line against goal line defense. They're expecting run. Everybody freezes on the play fake, and that helps open up the throw for the easy touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hawkins. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Tight end now in motion. The give on the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some ballers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. It's complete on the right side. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. They'll leave it with the lone back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Right down the middle. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally, 2 guys hook up. A massive play for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Freeman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Give to the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Cougars! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
Coming out with it, it's Wallace. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. This drive will open from the 15. Gonna run it. It's Wallace. Across the 25. He's got room. Breaks into the open. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. And the Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. Fires downfield. Makes a connection. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking downfield, it's Beck. He's got the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quickly complete. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Using his legs, it's Hansen. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
On third down, here's Peoples. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
The Nittany Lions trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Peoples again. He is denied, and it'll be second and goal.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the stomping has commenced. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. From the gun, give on the inside. There's a little room there. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, come away with the sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. After their defense slammed the door shut, now the finishing touches can be put on this one. Hand off, Peoples running left. Got enough for the first. There's some room. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Snags it over the middle, and they swarm him under.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Scanning the field, it's Beck. Working that left side now. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. But this offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's taking a deep shot. Makes the catch down the right side. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Washington State going back to work on first down. Trying to move them on the counter. There's a crease. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And the Cougars come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the ground, he's got it again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need